It's not a normal world. Yay! It's Taskmaster World, and I'm just banging my uh, hand on the little ceiling bit. Wow, what a good way to start a brand new episode of Taskmaster World, the podcast. Now, few things to get started. One, you're probably wondering if you're watching this on Taskmaster World, the YouTube channel. Tom, why are you not wearing a suit? Well, because this podcast, I don't wear a suit for the podcasts unless I've got a guest on, but I might start doing that. Now, a few things I want to clear up before we get on to talking about this this episode. Taskmaster US Series 1, Episode 1. So there's only ever one series, but this this podcast has been entered into a competition called My Roadcast Competition. Now, link in the description is where you can vote. The most votes will be up higher in the rank. You vote, and then it goes to judges, and then it all comes together. So I want you guys to vote for me. So I'll mention this again at the end, where the top line of the description will be a place for you to vote. Thank you to 641 subscribers, so 641 of you. Please, please, please go and vote for me in this competition so I can win new equipment for the podcast. Link in the description. So, let's get into it. I've just watched Taskmaster US Series 1, Episode 1 again. I've seen it once before. Now, what I can say is there's not very many positive things about this episode. I'll tell you for why. So, number one, I'll get the positives done first. Freddie Highmore was the only good contestant on this. Alex Horn was the only good non-contestant on this show. There you go. We've done it. All the positives are out the window, which is quite sad. Now it failed. The intro didn't really work. I didn't like there was only one task, which was one of the contestant laptops. Lisa Pinelli, or Liza Pinelli, however you pronounce the name, she was horrendously rude to Alex, which, speaking to Alex really liked this version, but he wished could try again. So if he ever did another version of the US one, better comedians, better than last time. Now, Reggie Watts wasn't a very good taskmaster whatsoever, so didn't deserve to do this job. Alex Horn, brilliant assistant as normal, but it wasn't his fault that it failed. It was the fact that Liz was annoyed with him and always upset and always swore at him and called him names. The other female comedian that I can't remember her name, she always had a go at Reggie and being all political, which is what the show's about. Now, they're not all comedians. We've got a few comedians. Freddie Highmore, who's an actor, and then we've got a DJ. Like, we don't need DJs on the show. It's for comedy actors and stand-up comedians. Comedy actors and stand-up comedians. Charlotte Ritchie, comedy actor. Um, Richard Herring, stand-up comedian. See? Tim Vine, stand-up comedian and comedy actor. See? It works, but this version didn't work whatsoever. Now, the first, and all the tasks, which there was only 3 tasks, which was the first task, which was trying to get the ball into the basketball hoop without using your hands. They're all a lot of versions around the world do this, but do like reuse tasks from the UK version, but put their own spin on it and use their own initiative. The contestants, no, not this time. It was awful. Now, none of them did very well. Lisa, yes, again, was horrible. The other woman that I can't remember her name, was really horrible to Reggie, even though Reggie wasn't fit for the job, and Reggie did some promotion for it. But what I don't like about Reggie Watts in this whole thing was he's trying to play it like he's written these tasks. He keeps on mentioning why he's written it. Alex asked him why he written this task, but it's actually Alex that has written all the tasks for this version anyway, and it just doesn't really work that well. Not on Alex's part yet again, or on everyone else's part. Now, it didn't work because Ron, can't remember his last name. I'm really sorry that I'm not really good at remembering the names, but Ron's Ron was just just didn't like. I just didn't think um I just didn't think he worked very well in this version. Now, I've just googled it for the contestant names, and I tell you what Wikipedia says about this version before we continue on talking about the episode. So they say Taskmaster was an American comedy panel show. The Taskmaster format was originally created by British comedian Alex Horne during the Edinburgh Fringe Festival in 2010. Then became a UK television show on Dave in 2015. The American adaptation was produced for Comedy Central in 2017, based on the original British version. The American TV series stars comedian and actor Reggie Watt in the titular role of the Taskmaster, issuing simple, comedic, and bizarre tasks to regular contestants, with Alex acting as Watt's assistant, unprepared umpire during the challenges. See, I don't like the word umpire in a Taskmaster sense because Greg never says that. Um, this series was recorded in California, and contestants were Liza Panelli, Freddie Highmore, Ron Funches, uh, Dylan Francis, and Kate Bohannon. Now we know that answer. We're going to just go through it. I'm going to talk about the whole show on a third channel video in the remake series, so stay tuned for that. Now, what I didn't like about, I tell you the people I didn't like: Liza Panelli, Ron Funches, Dylan, and Kate. Now, Freddie Highmore was very good because he's an actor. He's a very good actor. He was in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when he was younger in 2005, the reboot of that. Now, the only issue is that Freddie Highmore sounded a little bit odd in this, because when you watch American programs and you have the British character, or if you watch Australian programs, you notice the odd one out. You notice when someone sounds English and when they sound a little bit different. You can sort of already tell. Now, Freddie just sounded out the blue and completely different to Alex. Now, we'll get more onto it. Now, the episode title for episode 1 was called Physics, I think, if I'm right. And they all aired in 2018. It was filmed 2017, but all aired in 2018. So really, not that long ago, which was a little bit odd. Now, let's get on. Let's move away from the ball task. Let's move on to the next task. The next task was to do something backwards that also works well in forward. So, Tree Wizard is a UK highlight for Rubbish Ranganathan, but Freddie Highmore was quite good in this one. It worked quite well, so I quite like that. That's another positive. We should have a positive on meter. Not on the screen, obviously. It's a podcast. I want to make it less visual as possible for viewers, so you can go and vote for me in the My Podcast Broadcast Awards link in the description. And it works really, really well for Freddie. Now, Freddie won the whole episode, and he's the only person I quite like in it. Should he did win the whole series as well, but I just don't see. I was watching it and I looked at the time and thinking, how is this already over? Because there's too many ad breaks, and the very last ad break before the end of the live task, and then the ad break before the results didn't need it. The episode was too quick. It's all gone by in a flash, and I'm spent so far 9 minutes and 28 seconds talking about this, talking about the good things and the bad things. And I'm already nearly at the end of it because it all goes by so quickly. You just don't realise that it's all gone in a flash. And it didn't work. Overall, in my opinion, this didn't work. If America had another shot at it and gave it to CBS or NBC that isn't Comedy Central, have another go. Bring Alex back if you want to, or scrap Alex from the US version and do your own original thing. It's what US does wrong. When they do remakes of stuff, they add sometimes, like the US Red Dwarf failed, but they added a British original actor. Now, Taskmaster New Zealand works really well because Alex is involved very, very slightly, but he's not on the set and not there. And that works, not because Alex is terrible. Alex is fantastic, the best one ever. But when you're remaking something or adapting it for a different audience, don't bring back an original. Try and do something brand new. Try and bring it a new element. Try and bring new ideas. Not use original ideas. Use new ideas. Bring it forward, not backwards. Forwards. And that's where this one failed. Now, it worked. It failed. Freddie Highmore, excellent, but didn't really work. Can we bring Freddie Highmore back for the UK version? Who knows? Will he want to do it again? Probably not. Now, let's get on to the final task. Now, the final task, the live task, felt to me like it seemed original. I don't remember it much. You had to build up this pop-up tent, go into the tent, and put a onesie on. Now, what's a onesie, you might ask? It's like a pajama suit, a jumpsuit, but pajamas. It's like jumpsuit, but I don't wear jumpsuits because I don't see the point of wearing jumpsuits, but people do. And Charlotte Ritchie, oh, it's popular on Taskmaster jumpsuits, but Charlotte Ritchie is wearing dungarees, and I will love a pair of dungarees. Anyway, vote for my podcast on my roadcast. Link in the description, top line. Anyway, for promotion. Now we've been going quite a while now. Now let's go back to it. Freddie Highmore won the episode. Where was the prize task, you may ask? One person, which was Dylan, brought in his laptop, he's a DJ, and lost his laptop. Now that was one prize task. One prize. It wasn't even a prize task. Alex just seemed like he wanted more out of it. Too many adverts, the audience wasn't very good. Oh, it just didn't work. Now, Alex, when I interviewed Alex, and I've shown the clip several times, multiple times over this podcast, over this channel, and on the third channel, the Weird Side, also, probably not linked in the description, but you'd be easily be able to find it. Now, Alex Horn interview, he said he really liked it, but the only issue is with it is that he wanted another series to give it another chance to try again and fix all the errors. No, do it again, redo it, like wipe out that last series and redo it. And it didn't work, and it shows in this episode. Was it a good episode? No. Was it structured correctly? No. Did it go by in a flash? Yes. Did I feel like it was all over very quickly? Yes. Did I think that the very ending of it didn't work? Like, next time, remember, Ron loves horses, and whatever. And Reggie didn't do that well. Now, Reggie did promote this on the Late Late Show with James Corden, but Reggie promoted it saying he's the Taskmaster. He wrote these tasks when he didn't. They just copied it from the UK version. He didn't make it. He didn't, and it was terrible promotion. I'll point that out. The head looked really odd. But that's not the show's fault or Reggie's fault whatsoever. It's just the fact that the way that everyone like Reggie has like an afro ponytail type thing, so it's not his fault. I just don't think that was a very good looking trophy in my opinion. Anyway, you might seem different, but there you go. That's my thoughts, and that is series 1, episode 1. Freddie Highmore won the episode. And the little leaderboard thing didn't look right at all. But I'll tell you my full thoughts on the whole show, the whole series, in a Weird Side video. So, hope you enjoyed this episode of the podcast. Now, before we go, now that we've done Taskmaster Finland, which was on the UK, which was on the Taskmaster YouTube channel with fantastic subtitles, we've done 2 episodes of Taskmaster New Zealand, and we've done Taskmaster US now. This is what we're doing, and we've done now. So, what's left? Now, I watched Taskmaster Norway recently, and that had subtitles, but it was expiring on June the 5th. So, I can't watch that again. That's with like massive subtitles. Now, I do have ways of watching all the other versions, but the subtitles aren't always accurate. If anyone knows a way of watching Bestie Test, Storage Master, so Germany, no, Belgium, Sweden, Denmark, and then Norway again, because I want to rewatch that episode of Norway Taskmaster so I can actually review it for this podcast. Please, please leave it in the comment section down below. I need your help. Whether you're watching this on YouTube, listening to this audioly, or you found this on that Reddit thing. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but if you found it on that Reddit thing, or you found it on Facebook, please leave it in the comments, wherever the comments are, either on YouTube or wherever. I really, really need your help. I also need your help to vote for me in this competition. Link in the description, top line of the description. What was your thoughts on Taskmaster UK? Not UK, sorry. Was your thoughts on Taskmaster US? Leave it in the comment section down below. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thanks for listening. It's not a normal world, it's Taskmaster world. And see ya. Bye!
Hello everyone, please subscribe to Taskmaster World.